Hello everyone, Shinto Bean here playing some more Warhammer Combat Cards, Campaign Mode. Now this one I'm going to be playing in a clan event. This is the final match, match number 20, and I have not lost any matches yet. It's Tau versus Tyranids, and for the modifier we have 300 points available with the cards at whatever level you have them in your collection. And then the Tormentor's Toxin modifier, which causes your units to deal 30% of the damage they deal back to themselves. So, there's a few interesting things that go along with the Tormentor's Toxin, and that's, so number one, shields are actually really good, because even though the damage that the enemy deals to your shield gets prevented, they still take the full 30% of whatever damage they would have dealt. For the mission reward, we had a single legendary copy of the Ravarna battlesuit. In order to get that as quickly as possible, I went with a big old battlesuit build here. Shazo Rely with a bunch of battlesuits and then just one healer. One thing I noticed, though, with the Tormentor's Toxin is that, so Tau have a number of warlords that increase your damage output. Like Shazo Rely just straight up increases the firepower. Then you've got, Dark Strider who can generate extra attacks. Supreme Commander Shadow Sun also gets additional attacks in, as well as increasing the firepower. And then Aunva, when taking damage, can increase the attack value of your units. Now, those are all normally like pretty strong special rules, but with Tormentor's Toxin, dealing extra damage with your attacks means that you will also be taking extra damage. So you don't actually want to be dealing a lot of excess damage, especially against low health targets, or else because you just end up killing yourself faster. Which caused me to pick the old school Commander Shadow Sun as perhaps the best option here, because their special rule has the potential to heal your units back to full health. And if you're able to use that on one of these giant battlesuits, well, that's a game changer. So for this build, I'm still going with the battlesuits. The Riptide is nice because it does have the shield there. The XV9 battlesuit is really great with 3 shields. I've got the Cold Star battlesuit, which is pretty resilient. It can regenerate a bit of health as well. We've got 2 healers, actually. So the Small Pathfinder, the Flesh Shaper, which is kind of an awkward combination with a range deck, but I just wanted as much healing as possible. And then we got 2 Taunt units. The Shield Drone, and then the 25-point Devilfish, which I have at a pretty decent level, so this thing can absorb quite a bit of damage. Then Shadow Sun is actually one of my highest level warlords, so she's got Precision Shot at max level, and then secondary Inspiring Presence. So we're going to go ahead and play level 20 here, and we'll see how this works out. I think probably the most difficult warlord to beat, at least that I've seen, is the Tervagon, just because it can keep bringing down those Termagants forever. Supreme Commander Gosar is not as strong as you would expect. He ends up dealing a lot of damage, but with Tormentor's Toxin, that means they end up taking a lot of damage too, because they don't get any extra health or anything. We're up against the Flying Hive Tyrant, though, and the damage from the special rule, of course, is just free damage, and they won't be taking any in return. So this could prove to be a pretty challenging matchup. I guess we'll just drop the Riptide, see what this thing can do. All right, but yeah, I mean, this is a pretty deadly one, especially at this level. Big Game Hunter and Barrage. That's gonna do a real good job of taking down the shields. I think we'll go with the Taunt, though, from the Shield Drone. Okay, Inspiring Presence. Poison is pretty scary too. I think we'll drop the Cold Star battlesuit, though. And this will end up being a bit of an overkill, I think. But yeah, I think that we do want to take out that Saboteur if possible. Of course, they end up shifting it over, so we will not be killing it. I think this is still going to work out decently well, because, I mean, the Saboteur will be taking a lot of damage from its own attack. Be able to hit Old One Eye, and yeah, Old One Eye will be going down on their next turn if they go melee, which I imagine they will. Okay, so 15 damage there to the Cold Star. What do we bring out next? maybe the Flesh Shaper. We'll just bring out a little bit of healing here. And yeah, actually, I should have put it in the center lane, because it actually had the exact damage to kill the Saboteur. That was yeah, wasn't really thinking there. Although, I guess, yeah, we don't really want the Cold Star Battlesuit getting poisoned. So, okay. 10 damage from the poison, though. Not too bad. We'll keep going arranged here. Once again, we'll be able to knock out the second copy of Old One Eye without too much trouble, I think. Saboteur goes down. The Tyranid Prime there is still looking pretty healthy, though. Now, I would like to get the like the Devilfish out. That would be pretty nice. But, well, I guess we'll bring out this guy and hope that it doesn't get poisoned. Again, I do want to ideally, you know, heal like my two biggest battle suits. We'll see if the Riptide is able to survive that long. We do have one more Medikit here. Big psychic attack from the Neurotyrant, but as you can see, blocked by the shields, and it still took quite a bit of damage in return. Meanwhile, the Fear reduces the damage, but that means we're taking less damage from the Fear as well, or from our own attack as well. So only took 11 there. Okay, Cold Star has been poisoned, so he's now losing more health than he's regenerating. Got a Psychophage for a really massive melee attack. Wow, that was a lot of damage. So I think, yeah, that Riptide is definitely going to be dying here. Unless we can get a huge amount of healing on it. I mean, we still have the Devilfish, too. So there's that, but, is it worth trying to... Yeah, I think we do want to bring out maybe the Medicae sooner rather than later, so we'll just try this out. Ooh. Got the shield knocked out by the Warp Surge from the Magus there. And that was the last shield. It's also been poisoned, so we get taking 20 damage at the end of each turn now. Keep going with the ranged attacks, though. Psychophage is getting quite big, but they have two Psychers, so that means they're most likely just going to be going Psychic now. I think we can knock out the Neurotyrant with the Ravarna Battlesuit when it deploys. So that should work out alright. And it won't be too big of an overkill because of the Fear, I think. It only has 81 health left. But yeah, we really... Oh man, it is getting quite close. I do really want that Riptide to survive, but at this rate, it's going to be difficult, I think. And they still have they still have 3 bodyguards left, so this is not amazing. I think we're actually going to bring out the Devilfish here. This may end up biting me in the butt, but we'll see if we'll see what happens here. We would knock out 2 of them, and then the next turn, all their attacks will go into the Devilfish. Just kind of depends on what they bring out. Ooh, yeah, that's right, the Swooping Assault. That is actually doing a lot of damage throughout the course of this game. So that is, yeah, I mean, the Riptide could very well go down here. They're going with actually not that big of a melee attack. Oh, that means the Riptide is going to kill itself, because it actually does 50 damage with its melee. Yeah, the poison's going to finish off the XV9. And, oh, actually, the Riptide miraculously survives here, but there's no way it's going to survive the next attack, so... Well, alright, we'll try to knock out 2 of their Psychers. This will be the Riptide's last mission. Will it actually succeed? Because it actually doesn't deal a huge amount of damage. 59, though, should be enough. Okay, so we'll be able to knock out the Neurotyrant and the Neurothrope. There goes the Riptide. And, yeah, we'll be able to heal the Devilfish back up. The question, though, is will Shadowsun actually be able to kill the Winged Hive Tyrant? So we'll be okay, though, because we have the Ravarna in the left lane. And that thing, especially when inspired up, with max level Big Game Hunter, that's going to be dealing incredible amounts of damage. So there's the healing there, plus 20 attack as well to the firepower. So it's going to be a massive attack to end on here. And it's too bad we can't see how much damage will be taken back, but a little bit tricky there at the end, and I did have to use every single one of my units here, but Shadow Sun ended up being a pretty decent choice here. I don't know if I would have won with the other Tau Warlords. Boom. Big Game Hunter with Varna, the mission reward, dealing the killing blow there. And that is the final level of this campaign. Of course, it'll be random for everyone, but being one of the earlier players to get all my matches in, did end up in the top 3%, so. See if we pull anything good here from the 2 packs that we can claim. Looks like a legendary. It's going to be a copy of Aon Shi, who is at level 6 currently. Still, I mean, this guy is an awkward card to use, though. It's hard to find him a good spot in most Tau decks. But yeah, I know Tau's not the most popular faction, but I think this was a pretty interesting campaign, though, with the Tormentor's Toxin made for some interesting choices. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.